Yeah, guys, good evening. All the other names fade away. I've just been marinating in this song by Red Matt, right? What the that man again? Anyway, Wide as the Sky. If you know that song, just go back and listen to it. It just does something to me. Like, welcome back to the live stream. Today is Vlogmas 2. Super excited that you're here. I want to say thank you. Thank you for coming back. Yesterday was fire. Like, even if you don't tell me anything, yesterday was pure fire, because sitting back here, I'm like, that was my longest live stream ever. And today, maybe it might be longer, but the thing is, there's so much value to give. Welcome to my 30 days in December live stream that I'm using to do Vlogmas. Yeah, so we talk about money from the lens of creatives, copywriters, writers, editors, and all that good stuff. But even if you're not, trust me, is a good mind for you. We yesterday took time to talk about our mindset shift for wealth. It was an engaging session. I had fun myself. I still have the sketches of my treasure hunts that we did yesterday, where we planned our income for the year of 2025 and all that. So excited. I hope you had a great day. It's 7 minutes past 10 p.m. right here in Nigeria. Let me know what time it is from where you're watching. Let me know your name as usual. You know how we do it. Drop it in the comment. Please, let's make this live stream engaging. Send some fire, some emoticon. Let me know you're here. Don't just come and just, keep quiet. Even if you're watching the replay, let me know you're watching the replay by using the hashtag replay, right? So that's how we do it. Okay, so let me know you're here. Drop your comment, drop your name, drop where you're watching from, all of that good stuff, and we're going to have so much fun. Today we are talking how to niche as a ghostwriter or an editor, but mostly as a ghostwriter. I'm going to take them bit by bit, which is why we are doing a whole 30 days marathon. And yes, and I'm still your girl, Chisom Mitibiaka. If today is your first time of seeing my face, welcome. I'm a 40 plus mom, content creator, blogger, writer, publisher, all of that good stuff. Like, sometimes I don't know how to define myself, but that's who I am. I'm like a creative in the content development industry, and I've been doing this business for 15 years now, so I know a little bit about what it takes to be an amazing business person, to be profitable as a writer, to be profitable as a blogger, to be profitable as a YouTuber, to be profitable as a book editor. All that is my sphere. Okay, and on this channel I share my money goals, my money strides, and everything I'm learning about money, because if you listen to yesterday's stream, money is one of the things that I have struggled with the most in my life, because I didn't have a head start as a young person, growing up. If you missed yesterday's live stream, please go catch up on it. Okay, that was the first one. So today I'm going to start with some predictions for 2025. See, some people are playing, right? Don't play, don't join them. Wait, let me take my camera a bit. I feel like I'm looking down, but I hope you guys don't mind. Either way, okay, I think it's better. I have some 2025 predictions of what's going to happen in the book industry. Let me call it book industry in that sense. I have them written down here, and so in case I'm looking here, I'm looking at my laptop, so don't worry about that. Okay, now I have predictions for my writing industry and for the publishing industry as a whole. So you need to get your pen and paper, the way we do it. So this is like a night class at this point. Get your pen and paper. I'm going to tell you the major shifts that are going to happen in 2025. I mean, 2025 is just less than 30 days away, right? So it's not like we're talking about 10 years to come. These are things that are already in, but because they are not, like obvious, you might be sleeping on it. If you're a copywriter, that means you're somebody who helps people, organizations, or individuals write books, write social media posts, write advert copies, write technical writing, whatever it is that you write, that you don't, as it were, put your name on it. Like, nobody knows that you're the one writing it. You're a ghostwriter, okay? And that's what I want us to talk about in details. But now, like I said, get your paper and pen. Hi, welcome, Bren. Okay, now a lot more people. Prediction number one. I just got off a writing project this evening, not like I just completed that section with my team, and it hit me because when we got that brief about 2-3 weeks ago, it was a shock when I saw that the organization was asking for you to use AI to make the work, whatever, but you should let them know the aspect of AI that you use, whether you use it for brainstorming, whether you use it, whatever. And I was like, man, these organizations that really, do not really care, or rather are very particular about how you write, what you're going to, originality and all of that. So what happened to saying, okay, it's okay to use AI? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to still use it anyway, in that sense, you know what I mean? But in 2025, writing with AI is going to be a thing. Yeah, there's going to be increased use of AI, artificial intelligence, in all spheres. In fact, just this evening, I learned of another AI tool. See, at this point, I'm high on an artificial intelligence. See, because I love knowledge, right? So generally, when something makes your work easier, gives you a spark of idea, makes you, ahead of, every other person, is very interesting, right? So I find it very exciting. So I just learned about an AI tool called Hedra, Hedra, and I'm like, wait, so you can use it to create an animation of yourself talking? And I'm like, really? Hi, Saina, thank you, welcome from Iran. Thank you so much, Saina, good to have you here. Saina from Iran. Bren, where are you from? Let me know in the comments, okay? Okay, so there's going to be increased use of AI for writing, but see, almost every platform is going to have an AI component. Like, you can't see, as it is, our company website, Logos Audibles, we are planning to already, engineer some AI into it, to handle some tasks so that we can automate some things, customer service, even how you upload your work, get quotes, all of that. It is going to be on the increase in 2025. So if you're one of those people that are shying away from AI, either, or even asking people not to use it to work for you, or feeling like it's going to take a bit of your brain, or it's making you look dull, you're sleeping. See, we are past the information age. We are in the fast education age. So AI is here to stay. Like, there's nothing you're going to do about it, right? So how is that an opportunity for editors and writers? And dear editor, you know how that these days, most 90% of clients who send you book manuscript to edit are writing with AI, and most of them, the thing is that most of them don't know how to create the right prompts and how to use the idea and give it life, right? I've had some very unhappy encounters where I had to turn back manuscript because it's not, this work doesn't have a soul yet. Yes, you wrote with AI, but it's because you're writing about something that is an experience, a personal experience. AI can't really do that because AI doesn't know you. AI isn't you, right? Now, so where the opportunities will be is that you need to help people. The sphere where people who want to write with AI but don't know how to use it right, we'll need people to guide them to use it right, and they're going to have to pay for it. Yeah, so that's for both ghostwriting and editing. So don't shy away from AI writings, charge for it, and help people produce the work that they want. That's going to be a huge opportunity in 2025. See, if that's all you're going to pivot to, helping people write with AI in a way that is human, the way that communicates their emotion, the way that communicates their expertise, girl, you're not going to be out of business. I'm telling you for a fact. Guy, you are in money. That's number one prediction. The second prediction for 2022 about businesses that are going to blossom in this age, how do I put it? You know, the whole Amazon Ingram Spark, platforms that just help you to put out your writings out there. They are not just going to be on the increase, but there are many more people are going to produce their own. So you're going to have more platforms offering opportunities of, services where people can actually upload their self-published works. So self-publishing is going to even increase. You know how people are saying, oh, it's vanity writing. How do you want to handle your book, all sales and all that? See, girl, we are in the age where everybody is going to be their own writer, producer, editor, distributor, platform owner in that sense. So, and there are going to be tools that make these things easy. It's going to be plug and play. It's going to be click, tap, 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 and you get things done. The question will be, how do you want to leverage it as a ghostwriter, as an editor, as a publisher, even as a YouTuber, right? If people are going to self-publish more of their work, they will need guidance. They will need guidance. Oh my gosh. So, right. Like I said, it's going to be easy because marketplaces will have AI. Everyone will have AI to assist in everything. You know how it is already now. Like any platform you log in, they're asking you, okay, let's write for you, or stop, surprise me, whatever, right? Number 3. You see how we've been talking about niching, which is our main topic for today. But there's going to be rise of micro niche content. So let me put it this way. People are not just going to be writing for how to, okay, let me put it this way, how to be or how to exercise and keep fit as a senior, like as somebody maybe 65 or 70 and above. People are going to niche down to more like exercise for female seniors who are diabetic. They're going to niche down to because see, there is abundance of knowledge already, right? There's a lot of information out there already. So people are going to go to the people who have experiential knowledge, niche based, micro niching. Yeah, so you don't want to play with all of that whole thing that we've been doing from 2010 till now. This was just rehearsal. 2020 till now is just rehearsal about this whole post-COVID age, remote working, freelancing, sitting on your bed and making millions kind of work. Now is going to be even intensified in 2025. Trust me, you don't want to write a book, an ebook or something, and you are verbose, you're a generalist. Yeah, we are going to talk more about this niching thing when we get into the main presentation for tonight. So that's a prediction number 3. Prediction number 4 is that there will be a growing demand for subscription-based reading services. For instance, that book you have been meaning to write, maybe especially if it's romance, if it's romance writing. Have you not noticed on Facebook you see those ads where they hook you in with the storyline, and then you're watching all of those stories that are already animated and they are subtitled and they are usually passionately romantic. You now keep watching or reading to a point when those cliffhangers set in, and then they now tell you to pay for subscription to finish reading. See, that is just rehearsal. From 2025, there will be more people queuing. The way we used to queue to get movie tickets, to buy like Netflix subscription, people are going to subscribe to get people's original thoughts, storylines in particular that are serialized. People are going to pay for platforms like that. So see, if you're a storyteller, if you're a good story writer, don't sleep on it. I mean, right now you can write text and serialize your content for people to pay and get the whole episode. You can use AI to write it, to help you. You can even animate it. Yes, you can animate it right now and people will come subscribe. I mean, you can own your whole production right now. That's the world we are in. Micro content is going to be on the rise in 2025. Prediction number 5. There are going to be what I call there very soon in 2025 you won't be able to tell what is a book, different from what is a podcast, different from what is a YouTube video in that sense, because books are going to leave just being printed to becoming animated, to becoming serialized, to becoming AI picture driven in that sense. So it's going to be very interactive. Books are going to be very interactive. See, right now, the clients I have, I'm already preaching to them like, see, we can make another format this way, because they have to pay for it. They have to, right? And that's extra value, because people who may not be able to read you may be able to listen to you, to your book, or may be able to watch your book acted. And there are different actors, trust me. You can have real people without having a whole production or paying them. You can have AI people. The limits are off. No limits whatsoever. Excuse me. Okay, so please bear with me. If you hear any sounds of anywhere, please just bear with me. Let's be able to get this done. So like I wrote, there's going to be a rise of multimedia books, e-books that are incorporated with video, audio. I already have some of those books even on my platform. I'm going to drop the comments, or rather the link in the comment section and pin it after this timeout. But I'm not saying to buy my book. I'm just telling you that I have it, and my books are of course fantastic if you want, right? And it's majorly for men, really, actually. So readers will look for more interactive books. Oh God. Please bear with me, guys. Bear with me, guys. I'm just, trying to make sure that I'm comfortable as much as you are as well. I'm inconveniencing to some people tonight, but they love me, so they're going to be able to adjust a bit. Okay, so books that are interactive, you should be able to write an ebook, voice it, make AI animated video of it, turn it into a movie or something, right? But whatever it is, your book has to be a whole movement. Yes, you heard me. Your books have to be a whole movement. No longer the shenanigans of, oh, I just have my book on Amazon, have it in print, I have it there, and you're selling it dispassionately. See, opportunities are a lot. And this December is the best time to position yourself as the go-to person in certain topics that when you release your books, people will want to pick it up from across the world. That's prediction number 5. Prediction number 6. Go ahead. You think that you have seen globalization. We think that we understand this whole, the world is a global village. 2025 onwards is going to show you that we are in a globalized market as well. You know how we are like, oh, we are all in a global village, but you write your book, for instance, and it's only written in English. Why? Recently, I had a client who I was also writing for. I mean, writing and editing are my active businesses, right? I was assigned to work with this guy. He couldn't speak English properly. He's from one of the African French-speaking countries. So we had to communicate. He was struggling with speaking English, and I'm like, okay, hold up, no problem. No problem. I speak French too, right? Don't worry. So you know what I did? Oh, AI is marvelous. So I will ask him to I'll send his chat or his voice notes. When he send me the voice notes, I'll go to Meta AI, play for Meta AI, asking him to translate. I'm calling him, like it's Mark Zuckerberg. And then AI will tell me what he's saying, and I will say my own response and tell AI to produce it in French as well. And then I go back and I respond. And these are all in microseconds and minutes. So I'm not sure he's aware that this girl actually is not French. And the good thing is that Meta AI will give you the response in 2 ways. It will give you the response in a formal tone, and it will give you the response or the translation in a conversational, laid-back, informal tone. Amazing. So now, if you want to write a book, and I dare say, even this YouTube channel has to transition. You have to convert your content into different languages. These days you don't even have to pay anything. So why wait? Why don't you want your channel to be watched by French people, Spanish people, Italians, Germans, Arabs? There are no limits. The tools are all out there, and 2025 is time to unleash. It's time to unleash. Trust me. The seventh one is that this one has always been there, but some people are taking it for granted. In 2025, let me tell you, there will be an increased need. More people are going to be looking for personal brands. Like this channel, I've struggled a lot with the name of the channel, content money, that. I'm always that, an idea person. But I decided to leave it at my name because this is the only channel that actually has my name. And I'm like, so why do I want to change it again? Because personal branding is going to be the biggest industry ever. You see, the creators economy, we think we have started, but we haven't seen anything yet. People are going to want to depend on personal brands that they know their influence. So much money is going to exchange hand into the hands of personal brands than even company brands and organizations and all that. So when I see some people saying they are driving their company, but they are driving it from their corporate end, yes, except it's not a small, medium scale business, fine, that's fine, right? If you're like the Tony Lemelus of this world, the Dangotes of this world, the Bezos of this world, the Elon Musk of this world, fine. But if you're a small scale or medium scale business, drive your business as a personal brand. Use your personal brand to drive traffic and, of course, paying leads to your business. That will even be super, super important in 2025. So if you're at the point where you're wondering like, okay, yes, I'm starting up a company, fine. But make sure that you're the face and the mouth and the connection of that brand, because a lot of more people want to deal with personal people who they know personally, who they feel like they know, like, and trust, who they feel like they know they can connect with. So don't play with your personal brand. If you're listening to me and you're still hiding, I understand you might have reasons why, but there's no reason why you should remain that way. Trust me. Jesus died for you. Jesus came to make you a superstar. Step into your spotlight. Step into your spotlight. This is the time to take more pictures. Time to make those infographics. To make those business declarations. This is time to make those 1-minute videos to sell your brand. Stop shying away from your money. Stop shying away from your money. Okay. That's the 7 predictions I have for those in the writing and book industry. I'm going to bring more predictions as we go. But right now, let's get into why you should niche or not. How do you get the whole idea of what you should be focusing on from now into 2025, and that holds your biggest money? Let me take you through that route, and it's going to be fun. Like I said, get your papers. I hope you wrote these 7 predictions down. I hope you did. All right. So if you want to earn more money as a copywriter or as a book editor, here is the secret. We say, when I was a blogger, I'm kind of a retired blogger right now. When we are bloggers, we used to say, the riches are in the niches. Right now, I learned a new one. Generalists get paid. That's a given. But specialists get wealthy. Think about it. Generalists get paid. I mean, they can be employees, they can play the small game, but specializations will stand you out. See, why do you think even in the hospitals, general practitioners will always see and all that, when they identify something very peculiar, they send it to a consultant, to a specialist who you will always pay more to, who will always, why do you think so? So you have played enough in this whole industry where you're doing everything, a little bit of everything. It's time to make the real money. And I wrote down some things tonight that I wanted to share with you really quickly. How can you niche down for your maximum profit in that same business you're doing? That's if that business is right for you, but you're looking for the money. Okay, how do you niche down? Stick around and I'm going to share with you exactly how you're going to do it step by step. And this is something that worked for me, and I know it will work for you. Just this year, I finally stepped out of my organization to focus on writing for specific people. And in a few weeks, I'm blown away. Like, I drove this business for 15 years, focusing on editing and proofreading. But the moment we pivoted and said, okay, we are not just doing that service, we are doing 360-degree publishing. And in case you're someone who is thinking of writing a book, write in the comments and get in touch, because see, there's no time to waste time. You don't have to keep struggling for how to write it. We can help you write it, edit it, publish it, market it, of course with you. But you don't have to do a thing. You don't have to write a thing, right? Up to the printing. And you can launch it and all of that, all guided. So we decided to do this, and boom, it was like people were saying, okay, so now you're talking. All the while we've been saying, get me your manuscript, let me edit. But I have been struggling with even how to write it, or the time to be able to write it. And this came really timely. And see, these services, no matter which part of the world you're in my part of the world, okay, let me say my part of the world, it runs in millions. And if you're in the US and all of that, and it runs in tens of thousands, that's a lot of money. For me, I think that as a ghostwriter, you should not be playing with what you're doing. You shouldn't. Now, number one, if you try to do everything, or rather write for everybody, you'll be writing for nobody, because I've done it before. I told you how I can be such an idea person. It takes another good idea to distract me from the former idea, and I've gone down that road and I'm done with it, right? It's time to think strategically about what it is that will give you the most money, and you spend the less time, so that you can have your life back to enjoy the money you're making. Because what's the need, right? What's the need if you don't make enough money to take care of yourself, or if you not make your money and then you don't have the time to enjoy it, or the strength or the health, because you're sitting down every time and all of that. If you're an editor and a proofreader, I know you can relate with all of that back pain, sitting long hours and all that. Now, any clients, your kind of clients will pay a premium to get your service if you know exactly what you're doing. And see, we live in an age where people can get around to do things, but a bit of things for themselves. But you have to make sure that you are a specialist indeed. You have to get into the nitty-gritty of your service. Offer it with details, with excellence, with all of that. No shabby work. No shabby work at all. Now, let's look at how do you identify your high-paying niches. I wrote down something here and I said, how do you get clients who are ready to pay the big money, who are ready to pay the big bucks, even in that thing that you're doing, right? As an editor, as a proofreader, as a writer. How do you go about getting them, right? Now, there are 3 winning niches in ghostwriting that I know from experience that you will never get wrong. And for obvious reasons, these are niches where people who want them need it. They can't, how do I explain it? They are winners in the industry by their standard, by their genre. And of course, they are non-fiction, because most of them are realistic, or they are processes, or they are people's hard work. So they are things that people cannot play with. So when they find that you can help them document it, they can go all in. Number 1 among this is writing memoirs. Yes, memoirs is my number 1 suggestion. If you're a ghostwriter looking at, pivoting to fiction, memoirs, that is that book you write for people that chronicles their life experience at a specific time of their life. So it could be somebody talking about a particular year that was significant for some reason, or somebody talking about a particular job, a couple of years that they worked at a particular job because of what happened at that time that they need to share with the world, or somebody sharing a bit of a year in their maybe childhood that was so remarkable to who they have become as adults. whatever. I'm sorry. So, okay, Nigeria, I see you. Welcome from Nigeria. Okay, great. So it should be something about the person. So it's like a mini autobiography in that sense, but they don't have the same style in that sense. It's still a narrative. It's still fun. It's still, but it's just that it's factual. You can't manufacture what didn't happen. And the good thing is that it's not as voluminous as an autobiography. So a memoir can be 20,000 words, 40,000 words, or in between, right? It doesn't have to be bulky in that sense. And that's why it's a cash cow. And writing it and offering even more services to make sure that the author is relieved, finds it convenient, finds the delivery seamless, will make you even more money. Now, this is my top also, because first, many people want to write their own story. Remember what I said, there's information everywhere, but your own authentic experience, nobody can replicate it. People need to write their own story, and they really want to. So being their surrogate mother in that sense, their book surrogate mother or their midwife, whatever, it will help them to deliver these books very fast, right? And writing a memoir can cost anywhere from ₦1 million to about 10 million, depending on the scope, the volume, your preference for pricing, and your kind of clients. Okay, now know that ghostwriting in general is a service for people who can pay more. It's not a generalist service, right? So don't let anybody guilt trip you into, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. Is that? It's fine. I mean, it's fine. If they can afford you, it's fine, right? Your clients will come. I'm telling you from experience, your clients will come. My second suggestion for ghostwriting niches that will blow up, where people will want to pay money no matter what, is the self-help subgenre of non-fiction. Self-help is a very broad subgenre of non-fiction, because it has to do with, books on processes, questions and answer, interviews that are insightful, religious books, right? Historical books, name it, right? Self-help books can be in fact, they are one of the most popular in that sense. Most of the books that you read, either to lift up your spirit or to inspire you or to find your femininity as a woman, all of those kind of books that teaches you about leadership, that teaches you about mentorship, altruism. I have a client who is now late that I ghost wrote his book, and it was on altruism, and that was the first time I was digging deep into that whole concept of altruism, and it felt so good. So self-help books are a go-to. I mean, almost everybody on earth has something that they know, that they have an idea about, that they want to propagate, right, or write about. So self-help books are a go-to anywhere. It can never go out of style, never. So and it's very good for me, for someone like me in particular who likes to help people. So if you like to help people generally, you'll be able to help them write their self-help books, bring it to life. The third kind of book that you should niche on, or you should help people write, are business books. Books that are written by CEOs of companies, either talking about their experience or their signature process or their leadership style, some of those kind of books that establish them as authorities. They have the money to pay as well, so what are you waiting for? Apart from these types of books, added for me is academic writing and editing, right? Anything that has to do with editing, academic work and all of that, we do that very well. And these are, in my own opinion, the top ghostwriting niches you should not play with in 2025 if you're a ghostwriter already, or if you're somebody who just want to start ghostwriting. You're a good writer, you've been blogging, you've been writing all your life, but have not really made money from writing, and you're contented enough to be able to help people bring their projects to bear, then you should consider any of this. But Don't take my word for it. You'll be able to find out whether that's your thing or not as we continue. So let's go to the next point. How do you align what you love, your passion, and what is profitable? See, trust me, I have been there for years. I was once like you. I was once that kind of person who is like, oh, I love this. And you're doing it. It's not giving you money. But you remember how it all ends? It will always end because it's not going to be sustainable. If it's not making money, it will not be sustainable. So why start something you cannot finish? Money is a driver. Even the Bible said that money answered all things. Yes. If I bring up an idea and nobody buys it, even before I'm done producing it, I kill the idea after some months of marketing, knowing that it might not be the right product. Yay! Thank you, Akizanutiba. Oh my God, my husband is on this stream. Thank you, darling. So it has to be profitable. It's okay to do your passion, but it has to be profitable. Yeah, I'm not dragging your passion with you. It has to be profitable. This was the truth I told myself some years ago, and right now it's working for me. See, you cannot continue doing that passion thing if it's not going to pay you. You know why passion is dangerous? They are the kind of thing that when you do them, you're happy, you're that, and people can easily guilt trip you into, oh my God, do it for me for free now, and then you give it, you serve them for free. Haba. So let's talk about it. What do you love doing? How do you find, we're trying to find out how to make your passion become profitable in that sense, because you need to get this once and for all before you get into 2025, because if not, you're going to keep struggling, going from one thing to other, going for seminars, going for online courses, buying online courses, doing learning. All you need is courage, clarity first, and then courage. That's all you need. You know so much. Every day you sit back and you're beating yourself like, oh my gosh, I saw somebody doing so course. She doesn't even know it so much, and she's cashing out. I know so much more than this person. See, the difference is execution. You are not executing. Nobody stops for anybody to say, oh, I heard you know it so well. Let me step aside for you to come and do it. That's not the world we live in. No. If God wants some people to get some knowledge, He will look for the person that is available, not the person that is competent. Not the person that is competent. If you're competent and you're not available, you are so scared, imposter syndrome is dealing with you, you don't believe in yourself enough, you think that you have to know everything, and the more you know, you discover that you don't know, because knowledge is unending. Bible said it's even vexation of spirit. You discover it and you keep going, live your life. Nobody's going to step aside for you. Nobody. So don't bother about it. Now, what is it that you love to do? What is it that makes you very excited when you're at it? Like, when you're doing it, you don't even notice that time has gone. What is that thing? I hope you're writing down, and I hope you're answering these questions. What do you love to do? If it's writing, writing. What are you most excited doing? Write it down. Again, how does that thing you love connect to profit? Now, that thing, so let's say you wrote, I love to write, and I write maybe majorly my own experiences. And one thing that you love to do and you forget that time has gone is you like to read. You read novels, you like love stories, you discover that you write more of your experience, so you're a storyteller, and you write to read. Now, let's look at writing personal experiences or any other thing with passion for reading. You read voraciously. It fills you up like you've eaten salads and chicken. Those are my best too. Right? The thing is now how to find where they intersect, your passion and what you're excited about intersect is, are they things that people are willing to pay for? That's the question to ask. So this writing, this thing I write, these stories I write, is it the kind of story that people will not mind paying me to be able to read more and more of them? Or if you're telling your stories on the video podcast like this, is it possible that people have so become in tune with your storytelling that they won't mind to pay a token if you begin to charge for it? And are they really, really passionate about being able to pay for it? That's how you know whether your passion can become profit. That's how to know whether your passion can become profit, right? So there's passion and there's profit. What you get you there is people's willingness to pay. Yeah, people's willingness to pay. Are people willing to pay for it? So, write down right now your top 3 passions, things that you're passionate about, you love, you do them and you forget about time. Write them down. Like, you like to learn, you're very big on personal development, you like to write stories, you like to watch movies all day and tell everybody what you watched and why they should go watch it as well. No matter what that thing seems like, don't overlook anything and feel like, oh, this doesn't look professional. You know how people make their CVs? Maybe they've been joining their parents to do a particular family business since they were like 7, 8, 9, and now they're adults. Then they start looking for jobs and they feel like they don't have experience because nobody has hired them and paid them, so they don't include that service in their CV. So they don't find the right name for that home business, those functions they be doing at home, and add to their CV as work. They just underrate it. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Write everything, no matter, even if you're more than 3, go ahead. Write everything that you're passionate about, that you love, and you wish that if this begins to earn me money, that would be like bliss. I heard so many footballers say, oh my God, I played football since I was a child. I love it. I didn't even know I could make money from it until I got signed into a club, and I'm being paid these crazy millions of naira and dollars every week. I can actually still play football for free, but it's paying me a whole lot. I cannot complain. That kind of thing. Something you can do, wake you up, whether they're paying you or not, you are passionate about doing it and you're skilled at it. Write them down, 3, 4, 5 of them. Write, because you can never know. Are you done writing? When you write those passions down, now look at considering which aspect of those passions are people cashing out from. So for instance, if one of your passion is cooking, everybody cooks on the street, people are cooking, people are selling stuff, but where have you gone that you can say that these people are making a lot of money from cooking? Now when you remember that, think of what are they doing and how are they doing it to make more money. They are cooking the same rice everybody is cooking, but maybe with a different swag, of course, with the different recipe, but people are paying like 10-20 times more eating there than they are willing to pay for maybe your food eaten at home, or for other people, other restaurants on your street. What are those people doing differently? Yeah, so that's how to think about it. So if you think of cooking, then think of that skill you are passionate about, then think of the highest end of that skill that you have ever seen or known. For instance, if I say ghostwriting, okay, I say writing, writing is ghostwriting. I say ghostwriter, I love to write. I will not think, who do I know that have earned the most money, that earns millions from writing, right? I have one Michael. He's from the US. He had written for over 1,000 CEOs and executives as a ghostwriter. Man, the guy inspires me, right? Looking at him, I know that we haven't started. Like, Africa has so much talent. Who is writing for presidents? Who is writing for, you know what I mean now? You get my drift now. So I'm looking at those who are earning the highest in that same skill that I'm taking commonly, but I know that this is what I love. So write your passions, write down those people who are earning high end and how much they're probably making from writing. Just today, interestingly, somebody wrote about a school in Nigeria where a primary and secondary school, where the school fees is on the average for a year about 42 million. That's about about 35 $30,000 for a year for children who are between primary school age and secondary school age. And this is in a country where the average normal school on every street charges like on average of $100 for a term. So let's say averagely $300 a term, right? Even far less. $100 is even like schools that people are even that people even revere. Like, oh my God, they are very good schools. So far less are like half of that, $50, $40, $20 people charge for a term, the same primary and secondary school. Now look at an organization charging over $30,000 for a year. So let's say it's even $10,000 a term. $10,000 is about 1.8 million naira here, and that's the amount somebody is charging, and that's how much they are making, or they are charging for their services, right? If you're a school owner and you calculate all it takes to take care of children in a boarding situation, you know that that money is very minute, very demure, very cutesy. Yeah. No, wait, let me be sure I know what I'm calculating. Let me see. Let me use my calculator on my laptop to check. Let me just be sure of what's. You know that I have to keep doing these calculations, guys. I think calculation is part of this live stream. You can feel it by now. So if I was saying $30,000 per year, but let me be sure, because if I multiply that by 1,800, oh, that's 4 million naira, 4 million naira. Okay, so a little bit lower than that. Yeah, a little bit lower than that is what they charge for a year. In a country that people are charging $20 per term, you know, so since theirs is a year, so let's say some people charge like $60 a term a year. So $60 a term is 60 times 1/8. Yes, about 108, you know, for a year. So people charge as low as that. And of course, like I said, the bigger schools where people look up to are charging like $300 in a year. So that's like $300 times 1/8. I have to do this manually so you can see. Is about 440,000 naira. Those are schools that are the like mid-range. People going there feeling like, oh, we are in the middle class, even you know, that kind of thing. That's the kind of country that we are in, and people are charging over $30,000 in a year for that same service. Now, somebody was writing about it and said, okay, so when they came to Nigeria, people were looking down on them and all that. But I don't believe in those things, because really, who are those looking down on them? Who is serving the children of people who are prominent, who for want of safety cannot even let their children go to just anywhere, right? They have a need that they need to get to places and return safe because of the office they occupy and not endangering their family. And they want schools that will guarantee security, that would guarantee health, guarantee their safety, mental health, get the kind of people too who are in their caliber. And people think there's no market. In every country there's a market for it. So that's, by the way, I was just trying to give an example so that you know that whatever you decide to charge in 2025, there are hundreds, but I'm sure, okay, yeah, it's back. They are waiting to pay you. People are lining up, waiting to pay you. You are the one that you're overthinking things. You're overthinking things. This same ghostwriter I'm talking about in the US is from $10,000 or so above. That people used to write this same memoir, this same autobiography, this same self-help books from scratch. And I did my research, you can tell before I say those things. Nigeria is almost like India. I mean, our migration rate to other countries is very large. So we have family, friends, loved ones, enemies moving out every time who live in all of these countries. So to get calls and all that is just a call away. It's just a WhatsApp chat away. So I know exactly what I'm saying. So if you're somebody who have written what you like and all of that, and you think that storytelling is your thing, then helping people write their leadership books, memoirs, and autobiographies would be fantastic. Now, remember I said autobiographies, memoirs first. Memoirs and autobiographies, I put them in the same category, right? Of course, they have their differences. One is longer than one. One is more encompassing from childhood to now. The other one is just a particular year or a significant event in their life and all of that. Right now, step number 3. Remember, we have looked at how to explore high-paying niches. What are we going to offer to get more people who are ready to pay the bigger money? Then we have looked at how to align that our passions, and we've written down our 3 passions or more, and looked at how high-end, how do we align it to high-end offers, okay, where people can also pay more for it. Now we're going to look at how do you validate to be sure that this thing you have decided to focus on and you think that people will pay, how are you sure they will really pay? So let's validate it by going to check if people are already paying for such services. How do you find out? So assuming you're trying to validate your ghostwriting service, go do some research on Amazon, on places on Google for how much people are charging for ghostwriting, and narrow down on the person when you find them and find out how many ghostwriting jobs or gigs do they get in a year and how much is their income. Simple. Check out if there are courses teaching people how to land high-paying clients as ghostwriters. If there are, good. Check out YouTube videos if there are people who are mentioning how they make so much money from ghostwriting. Check on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. Are there people who are ghostwriters who are making millions doing their stuff? Just go around. Then go physically. If you meet real people or ask for ghostwriters, talk to them on phone, ask them, people who are successfully doing this. That's how to validate whether people are going to pay for this. Because if it's working for somebody already, then you don't need to reinvent the wheel. It's working. There are people who need this service, there are people who need this service. So you just go ahead and do your thing. Don't mind me, guys. Now, so head to your Amazon bestsellers, for instance, in particular, if you're going to Amazon, and your bestseller list on Amazon. Check out the patterns of the topics of the niche you want to write, the self-help, memoirs. Look at the amount of books, volumes of books and authors that have published in that category, and what they are selling their books, the price they are selling their books. It will tell you whether it is an in-demand service. Of course, you're also going to check out how many people are buying these books on a monthly basis and all of that. How many orders are they getting on the approximate and all of that. If there are a lot of books on the particular topic, say if there are a lot of memoirs, a lot of autobiography, a lot of self-help books, a lot of business books, then you know that you're in money. It means that this thing is working, like I said. Now, it means that there's demand, so you can't even play with it. Companies are hiring ghostwriters as well to write their business books, their case studies, social media posts, and all of that. What kind of ghostwriters are they more interested in hiring? Make your research, right? Make your research and find out. I worked for the first $1 million I ever made was from writing. I think I've shared this a lot on this channel as well. Okay, not a lot, maybe 2 or 3 times. A lot was with writing. I was just recently in 2019. You won't believe it. I did a whole video about it, how I never made millions until 9 years into my business, like in profits. Yes, they were an organization. They were a non-governmental organization. And what was I writing? Not a book. Company profile, helping them craft their vision and mission, their social media posts, all of those good stuff. And I was paid my first ever $1 million, more than that even, because I was also paid to go on a trip, to get some materials that they had, so I can incorporate it in writing and all of that stuff. Yes, again, I wrote also their website content. You see what I mean? Ghostwriting is milk and honey. Trust me. Trust who? More. So if you do this research, you have the right confidence to approach this thing you want to do. Trust me. Now, I know that if you could be like me, that you hear these things all the time, niche down, focus on things that bring the money, all of that, and you're still like, oh my god, but I'm already involved in this, I'm already known as a baker, my cakes are the best, even though I'm also doing YouTube, my YouTube is speaking, I'm also a blogger, my blog is also there, I can't abandon it now, oh, I also have this interest in this. I mean, you're all over the place, which is not a bad idea, but it's making you leak away money. So if you are at that place where, yes, you heard me right, you know that this is going to be profitable, what do? I already have so many interests, what am I going to do? Let me tell you what I thought. It's okay to feel stuck, but no worry. Freestyle for variety. So, but I mean freestyle within a niche. So this ghostwriting thing, you might just say, oh no, I like romance writing, and those are the niches I write, and all of that, I understand. And who told you romance is also a hot sale? But it's not, it depends on the country that you come from. It's more in a movie setting, yes, but if you write it as a book, you need to be able to market it extensively to get people to pick interest in it. So I'm not saying it can't happen, but make sure that you begin to create and position yourself as a thought leader in the storytelling niche and in romance writing. That way, when you're about to launch your book, it becomes easier for people to trust that, oh, I'm sure that what he or she wrote is going to be very intriguing. Do you understand what I mean? So freestyle your varieties. Allow people send you, just be a ghostwriter, right? Allow people decide what they want to write and come to you for it. Deliver good service. Remember, right here in the Chi Money Gang, we don't do average, we don't do hanky-panky, we don't do anyhow. So you have to deliver good service. Then with time, you'll be able to realize the kind of jobs that you're most comfortable, the kind of topics now you're most comfortable writing on for people, right? So don't beat yourself and say, oh, they say I must choose a niche, it has to be business, it has to be memoir. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing, right? So continue, just come out and say, this is what I want to be. I'm a ghostwriter for 2025 and onwards. And that's because I realized that it will give me more money, more leverage, and I work with people one-on-one, and I get to build a team, all of that, whatever. Decide, then freestyle. Be receptive of every job, and all of that. And there's a cute way to go around, even if you get a job that you think that is not really your thing, get somebody who is a specialist to partner. Yes, share your money with the person. Share. Sharing is a good virtue. Share your money with the person and get the job done properly, right? And then you'll be able to tell with time the kind of genres and the kind of sub-genres that are your thing. It happened to me when I was editing majorly, and yes, so I know. Don't beat yourself, do that. And when you're also realizing the ones that you love the most, also pay attention to the ones that clients who you wrote for are making so much noise about for you. Their testimonials are glowing, they are very excited, because their testimonials will help you. It's also give you moral ginger, moral motivation to keep going. Look for those ones, okay? Now also try pitching in maybe 2 or 3 niches to see which one will gain traction. So go out by yourself in your marketing and pitch that you're a business writer. Also pitch that you're in different quarters. Also pitch that you write maybe romance, if you know people who like it. You also pitch that you write autobiographies and memoirs. Then see the one that gets immediate traction, right? That could also help you to decide, okay, that these are the ones that I should focus on, or this is the one I should focus on. And the third thing I want to give you heads up is follow the money. Follow the money. So if you're freestyling, testing the waters, trying to find, which one are people more excited about writing, then focus on it, because that means they're willing to pay. The one people are paid you for, focus on it. Focus on it. I'm almost anyway, not really, just so focus on the ones that people pay you easily and say, oh, please get it done for me. I'm very excited that you're here. I've been thinking of how to do this for a long time. I'm happy. Let's do this. And they're willing to pay you. Follow the money. It gives a sign that there are more people like that. One of my coaches taught me that until somebody has paid money for something, you can't be sure that people want the service. Money is the validator. the ultimate validator of anything you want to do. So when people pay attention. It's possible that that is something that you need to continue to do. Okay, now if you were not here yesterday and you're just wondering, okay, so I hope I've answered a few of the questions for those who are wondering, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? I don't have it figured out and all that. There's something we're going to do. Let's make this even more exciting, right? I'm going to keep talking about this for all of these 30 days that we're going to be here. Create your income plan for 2025. Create it. Have a picture of this time next year, how much you want to have in profits, saved up, invested. How much is your net worth? Because see, having that picture in your mind will drive you for the rest of the year. No matter the ups and downs, the challenges, the wins, you're going to have a focus that this is what I want to achieve and I haven't gotten there yet. So that you don't make a few millions and begin to buy Birkin bag, Chanel bag, wasting $8,000 on a handbag. You've forgotten that you haven't even hit your income goal. You know what I mean? So make sure that you are following the money in your mind. Have a money goal. How much do I want to make by the end of this next year? So it will help guide you on how much you should target to make every month and save up and invest to be able to hit that money goal. No matter how small it is, it's better that it is more conservative, so you hit it and you surpass it. Don't be unrealistic. Make it smart. Make the plan a smart goal. Make it smart. Make it measurable. Make it actionable. Make it realistic. Okay? Don't play with this. So when you think of how much you are targeting to be worth by this time next year, break it down. Not into months now. Break it down into the number of projects or offers or products or services that you want to sell in 2025. When you break it down like that, you can now say you can now know how many clients do I need to attract or get or work for or sell to in each of these products to be able to hit my income goals for the month and for the year, right? So if you have a project that maybe costs maybe $5,000, let me say 10 million naira, and then your income goal is 100 million. You know that you need 10 projects every other time to be able to hit your income goal in no time. Now let's talk about marketing a bit. This is the elephant in the room. See, you can have all the knowledge, you can have all the expertise, but people are not going to buy because they don't even know you exist. So you are how do I explain this? You are a hidden treasure. You are the best thing in your industry that they were not privileged to ever know. You don't want to be that kind of person. You are the person that they have yearned for but didn't find because you were not available, so they settled for less. So people will be cashing out who don't know as much as you, who don't have the skills you have, who don't have the personal relationships you have, and the universe can't find you, so the universe can't even help you. Focus on clients in your marketing next year. Focus on clients that can pay you. Stop getting emotional. We worked on our mindset yesterday. Stop feeling like, oh, they said they will get back to me, they never got back to me. That means I might not be good enough, or maybe I'm too expensive, or maybe on this. All those money blocks, please throw them away. Throw them away. Those that make you feel like, oh, since they said I didn't do a good job, this might not be my thing. I should just leave this. Instead, tell yourself that I'm going to get better at it. Please watch yesterday's video to get to work on your mindset first. You need to do this. You need to do this. Use email marketing if you can. That's something I'm trying to start again. Use email marketing so that you can have people permanently drawn to you that you can always market to. You know, because social media can be a charade sometimes. I'm trying to start an email marketing that I'll use on this channel as well. One of my 2025 projects. Yeah, so when you see it, please sign up, sign up, sign up. I'm going to give you something very interesting, of course. All right. Who is your client, so that you know exactly how you're going to market? Your client is that person who desperately need your services and do not mind to pay your fee. That means they can afford your fee and they are feeling like, oh my God, where have you been? I can pay anything to get this. It has given me headache a lot of times. It's delayed a lot. Somebody met me and said, my 50th birthday came and went, and I couldn't write my book because I didn't have the time, I didn't have the expertise, I didn't know how to go about it. Thank God that you are here. I'm 51 this year, but I can still write the book. Other people came and said, oh, my milestone birthday is next year, so I'm turning 50, I'm turning 40. I need to release my first book. They don't care. They're already planning this birthday, so their budget for the 50th birthday is huge already. So writing a book should not be a big deal. It's just a fraction of it. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Now, if you need extra motivation after all of these things that I've said, write your goals down, what you want to achieve, how you want to achieve it, how much you want to make, who can pay you and need these things desperately. Where can you meet these people, market them and get them to say yes? Which language should you use to reach them? What do they like? What would they prefer? How do you make them love your service and fall in love with you and come back again and again? Sit down and write. Stick that plan on the wall or on your laptop or whatever, anywhere that is handy. Look at it every day and get to work. Get to work. If you don't hit your goal for any reason for a particular time, don't beat yourself up. Add it to the next task and keep going. By this time next year, God willing, God keeping us alive, we're going to come back to review. But of course, on this channel, I'm not going anywhere. I will always be here motivating you, sharing you my own successes with you. When this channel will be monetized, we're going to celebrate it together. Any money we're going to be making, I'm going to be sharing it together. We're going to do giveaways. Hey, we're going to sell real estate. We've already started. So make sure that you are a member of this gang by turning on the post notification if you haven't, so that you don't miss any video. That's if you have subscribed. If you haven't tapped the subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Why? What are you waiting for? Tap the subscribe button right now, and more so, like this video, share it with somebody who needs it. I'm always here rooting for you. Please don't stop rooting for yourself. I'm very excited. It's 14 minutes past 11 now, and I think we have done a good job on this topic. Remember the 7 predictions I've told you, and remember how to create a niche for yourself, and how not to create a niche, and how not to box yourself away from the niche, right? Remember that you are the niche. Your personality, who you are, what you bring, nobody else. You're like your Father God. There's nobody like you. Have you thought about it? Yes, punchlines there. Yes, there's nobody like you. So bring your authenticity, bring your authentic self out here. Be bold about what you carry, and see, the world awaits you. Remember what I said? There's so much information everywhere. What people are going to be paying for is experiential knowledge, the result that you've achieved, how exactly you did it, and they can follow through to get the same result, right? So go ahead, pitch your ghostwriting services like a pro, pitch your editing services like a pro, pitch your writing services like a pro, and see, don't let anybody make you lose focus. Don't even let the relationship remove your focus in 2025. If you're listening to me and you're one of those people who are like believing God for a life partner, a wife, a husband, I pray for you that you get them, and you get somebody who will give you peace of mind so that you can go ahead and achieve your goals. So there's something that always happens when some people get married, then it's like, it's supposed to be a blessing, but all of a sudden it's like, it's not really a blessing, in that sense. You know what I mean? So, but please don't forget that you are the niche. You are the person that the world needs. You are the solution that somebody needs. See, if you don't step out, people will keep meeting quacks. People will keep meeting people who can't write jack, who just want to make money and rip them off. If you don't step out, people will not even know that they can be in the comfort of their home, get their books done, and get it delivered to them in style. And they become authors just in a few months. If you don't step out, Many people will be groaning in pain and may never be able to achieve their God-given destiny because they didn't meet you. Right? So that's from me to you. Thank you so much for watching. If you watch to this point, know that I don't take you for granted at all. I love you. Thank you very much. Drop your comments even after the live stream so that we can keep talking. Any questions you have in the comment section. I promised I was going to drop the link to my books. Yes, I'm going to drop them and pin them. Look out for it. And I'll see you again today. Same time, 10 p.m. Nigerian time, tomorrow right here. All right? Bye.